Hi guys, welcome to Counterpoints. My name is Connor, and today we are going to be reacting to the Siege of Vraks, the first video that basically is not a part of the chapter series. So my understanding of this is that it's a animation series that was started by a single animator. He was working on it very passionately. Games Workshop made their announcement that they were going to start cracking down on fan-made animations. He basically said, all right, well, I'll wrap this project up, but I'm still going to release it, and you can kind of pound sand. And then he's released one teaser, one 5-minute intro. I thought that was going to be it. But then he also released episode 1. So I don't know if he's continuing with the project. I'm sure you could find updates on his channel. But needless to say, it's one of the excellent animations that makes this community awesome. And I enjoyed this 5-minute segment in particular very much. And I will continue to break it down as the project unfolds. So my name is Connor. I'm a science fiction political philosophy nerd and a Marine Corps and law enforcement veteran. I do like breaking down the stuff and commenting on it as it goes. So we're going to pause intermittently so I can break stuff down from a lore perspective. And then if you want to watch the original, obviously go to YouTube, type in the Siege of Vraks, and you'll be able to find this fairly quickly. Let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so if you're completely unfamiliar, even my passing knowledge is limited, but I did Wikipedia enough in order to basically regurgitate noises to you. So there's capital ships over the planet. Obviously, the Imperial forces are mildly committed to this, but Vraks was considered a minor conflict. It was a random rebellious governor who thought that he was correct in rebelling against the Imperium because he was going to serve the Imperium's broader interests, this, that, the other. He imprisons a bunch of people, and this happens all the time in the Imperium of Man. It's barely worth any commitment of forces, so kind of as an afterthought, they commit some forces to this siege, and they basically do the Imperial Guard, and they use the Death Corps of Krieg as their commitment. And so this governor who thinks that he is, endowed with some specific vision to go against the Imperium of Man, it turns out that he's actually been corrupted by chaos. And the thing that draws more Imperial forces into the conflict is the fact that Alpha Legion Space Marines are present. If you were looking at the dragon heads across the blue-teal armor, those are Alpha Legion Space Marines. And it is their presence that actually draws other Imperial forces into the conflict. So at this point, it is borderline confirmed by some lore nerds. Okay, I'm sure this will be contentious, but this from who is it? Major Kill, who is my favorite lore enthusiast for the Warhammer 40k universe. He insists that either Alpharius or Omegon, it's hard to tell which one of them is actually dead, but one of the twins is alive, and that he cannot tell the other Alpha Legion people that he is still actually loyalist, and so he uses chaotic forces and Alpha Legion forces in order to counter chaotic forces, in order to postpone and prolong the life of the Imperium of Man, with Vraks being a prime example. This was going to be a chaotic portal invasion of the planet, but because of the mere presence of the Alpha Legion Marines, that actually drew attention of greater Imperial forces. But for now, for this part of the narrative, it's corrupted commander, governor, whatever, of a citadel, haphazard Imperial forces sent in to try to take him, and then Alpha Legion Space Marines being present, prompting a greater commitment from the Imperium of Man. So let's go ahead and see what happens next. Yes. All right, so let's point out all the little details, okay? Going back to the original segment, there was a sororitas, a sister of battle, who was taken prisoner, and you could tell that because there was a naked woman in the prison or the jail with the fleur de lis, the French symbol, the flower of lis, wherever that is in France. But that is a sororitas symbol, so it's a symbol of the ecclesiarchy of the church. And so there's at least one sister of battle that's been taken prisoner as a result of the ambitions of this local governor or ecclesiarchal member, right? So the original Deathcore animation by Absolutely Nothing, you should go check it out on my channel. It's one of the first videos of Warhammer 40k animation that ever did well. It's fantastic. The action is fantastic. The graphics are a little dated because I think it was done in SFM and it didn't have like organic animations the way this one does, but the flow is perfect and the way that it was shot was perfect. And I think I did a good job breaking down exactly why I thought all of the attention to detail in that animation were great and noteworthy. So the new and updated animation style, I do like a lot. The movements are a little janky, but guess what? When you're creating organic stuff, you're starting from scratch. And frankly, for a fan-made animation created by a single person, I think Janovich does this all himself. It's amazing work. So just because it's not like, super butter smooth, I don't give a shit. Everything is beautiful. So you got the Rebel inspecting gear. He hears the snap of the chain link, but he goes, this is a war. We've been at war for a while. There's lots of crazy sounds. And then as a result, he gets bayoneted. Other people basically try to sound the alarm, get a few crack shots off. But guess what? Deathcore Krieg don't care. They're coming for you. So they basically gut everybody and cap them with a few las rifle fire. They do signal to the remaining Death Corps that they cleared the path, that they had cut through the barbed wire, cleared the path. That way those troops could sprint across no man's land in a relatively safe attack. But because they announced it, and because the Alpha Legion aren't punks, the Alpha Legion basically found the scout team, killed the scout team. Now they're setting up an autocannon, and they're calling for reinforcements. So the Khorne Berserkers, which that's what they are, the Red Space Marines that dropped out of the drop pods, those are Khorne Berserkers. Those are Space Marines that love slaughtering in melee combat. So they drop down in the middle of the battlefield. Some of the other elements that we saw were the dropships, the Khorne Berserkers, the Death Riders, which are a Death Corps of Krieg specific horse unit. The horse is a genetic hybrid that's meant to survive their planet extremely well, and it's aggressive. It's supposed to be the combination of a horse and a grizzly bear genetically. And then they do have lances, but at the tip of their lances, they have explosives. So if you're looking for more Death Corps of Krieg themed action, also check out who is it? Sodaz, S-O-D-A-Z. Check out my breakdown of his Death Corps of Krieg animation, or go check out the original one wherever it's been mirrored, because I think he pulled his. We do see the Death Riders, who have, like I said, lances with explosives on them. If you want to see those in action, go check the Sodaz one. And then we have the Leman Rus, or Lehman as some people insist, Lehman Rus battle tanks, which are named after the Space Wolf Primarch, not the Dark Angel Primarch. I did mess that up in my Sodaz breakdown, and a lot of people corrected me in the comments. Thank you for the algorithmic correction. It did help me a lot algorithmically. And then also Warhound Titans. So those giant walking machines with Vulcan mega bolters that can basically blast apart an entire company in a few seconds. Those are the small scout units of the Titan Legion, which are multi-person walking war machines. So, if you're like, Connor, this was a discombobulated mess of lore breakdown in units, yes, it is. Please go check out my lore videos in the Warhammer playlist. Please go check out my other breakdowns in the Warhammer videos. Please go check out Astartes in my breakdown of that one. Please go check out everything that I've done within the Warhammer playlist, because what will happen is you'll have these little tidbits of lore that come your way that you're going to love, that are just going to make your world a little bit richer. And then, if you want to get consistent lore breakdown that takes elements of the universe and then breaks them down in a quick, fun, and entertaining way, check out not quite friend of the channel's content, Major Kill, Majorkill. He makes lore videos called this part of the world explained by Australian or something like that. It's comedic, it's funny, it's short, it's punchy, and it's great. And so if you want to learn more lore, then he's great. Italian Spartacus is also great. There's a few other lore channels. Baltimore's Gate, a lot of people recommend, but Major Kill is my personal favorite, and Italian Spartacus also did an excellent job. So check out those guys. And then also, if you're like, hey, Connor, I like science fiction, political philosophy, Marine Corps and law enforcement veteran nerds who break down animations, break down movies, and do political debate. Where can I support you? You can go to patreon.com/counterpoints. You can give us a $2, $5, $10 monthly donation if you have the ability to do so. If you don't have the ability to do so, don't feel bad. Literally just subscribe to the channel, ring the bell so you can see when more content comes out, and then also leave a comment for the algorithmic gods and leave a like or a dislike. And then on top of that, let's say that you do have some money, but you only want to be a one-time spender. You don't want to commit to $2 a month, $5 a month, whatever. What you can do is you can catch us 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I basically do a breakdown of the previous week's politics. I do a one-on-one conversation or debate with whoever, and you can also catch me going live throughout the week in order to do debates. My goal right now, and I'm going to keep saying it until it's true, is I want to break 100K subscribers within the next year or two. It is 2022. So by 2024, I want to break 100K. And then I also want to start making 7K a month in Patreon. If we get there, I have a family. I have to support them. I have to pay bills. I have to do this. I have to do that. But if we get there, then I will quit my job and go full time. So if you can help me achieve that goal, free me from the wage cage in the next couple of years, then I would be deeply, deeply, deeply appreciated. There are a lot of creators out there that I feel like are phoning it in. They're not doing as good of a job as we could if we had our full week to dedicate to this channel. So if you can help us achieve that dream, then that would be awesome. If you can't, then even just your free subscription and comments and likes and algorithmic boost and all that kind of stuff, and sharing it if you feel like you have somebody who would enjoy the content, is sincerely appreciated. I do appreciate you. I will catch you in the next one, and you have a great one.